Hey guys, Zach here, and it's going to be a quick video on realizing life is dark squares and light squares. Let me give you a metaphor right now that's going to massively influence and change the way you think about your life and the way you think about events in your life. And the reason I wanted to make this video is this metaphor changed my entire life, and this is what I want to give to you. I believe life is like a chessboard. There's white squares and there's dark squares. And when we start life, what tends to happen is it's like we're walking across the chessboard. But the crazy thing about it is the creator has put a cloth all the way over the whole chessboard, and we don't know where we're stepping. Because when we're moving forward in life, we don't know if we're going to stand on white squares or dark squares because life's uncertain. And like Steve Jobs says, you can't connect the dots moving forward. You can only connect the dots looking back. How cool is that we don't know what's going to happen next, but it's a bit of uncertainty, it's a bit of excitement, it's a bit of everything. But what tends to happen is the white squares on the board are things like, getting a new job opportunity, getting new clients, falling in love, getting a girlfriend, a wife, a husband, whatever it is, the positive things in life. Being successful, winning a football game, whatever it is to you. And then the dark squares, the negatives. The painful experiences, going through depression, losing a job, losing a relationship, not believing in yourself, looking at yourself being sad and feeling stressed, failing, not getting what you want in life. Those represent the dark squares. But this is what I want you to realize. And it could be a health challenge also. It could be health challenges, etc. But the cool thing about life is, and the thing that I want you to realize is, these squares can change. I remember there was a time in my life where I was depressed. I was lonely. I didn't believe I was good enough. And I had all of these things. I dropped out of high school in year 12. I just didn't feel worthy. And that was a dark square in my life. I was going through a dark stage in my life. But when I look back on it now, at the time I couldn't see it because I couldn't connect the dots moving forward, like Steve Jobs says. So what I realized was, and when I look back on it now, it actually was a gift. So was it really a dark square or a light square? You got to realize if you're going through something right now and you're going through a painful experience right now, realize it might feel like a dark square right now, but you're going to look back on this a year from now, 2 years from now, and realize it's a light square. Because this event changed your entire life. This event made you who you are. This event made you smile more, made you realize, holy shit, life is a gift. I can't take it for granted anymore. That was the gift in the event. So everything dark that you go through, I realize right now I'm going through a dark time, but you know what? I'm going to look back on this in a year from now. It's going to be a light square, not a dark square. What if you had that higher level of consciousness awareness and you really did come from that frame on a daily basis? What do you think would change in your life? You would attract different things. You'd attract different people. You'd manifest. You'd create. You'd be a completely different person. But I can't ask you to do that. You could be inspired right now and say, do you know what? That's so true. Whatever I'm going through right now, I'm going to get to the other side. I believe it. But there's a difference between intellectualizing it and actually doing it. And that was a big change in my life. I had to realize right now, I have to live in these states. I have to realize whenever I'm in a dark stage, I need to have the awareness and say, oh my God, I am going through a dark stage right now. I'm going to get out the other side. I'm going to learn. Because every single experience that we go through in life, there's always gold in that experience. Any experience, even the darkest experiences. If you look for it, you'll find it. Realize that victory is near. If you're close to failing, if you're close to giving up, remember one thing, victory is near. When you realize that, you go to a different place. You go to a different level of higher awareness. And when you do that, life will start moving for you. I can promise you that. That shifted my entire life when I realized I might be struggling, I might be going through some things, but victory is near, and I got out the other side of all the painful experiences of my life. So that's the gift that I've got for you, and I can promise you with that mindset, you'll get through anything. Have a phenomenal day. Boom!